Greetings and gratitude to all. In continuation with Thoughts to Ponder short video series, my today's topic is creation and inclusiveness. Going straight to the topic, first, let me clarify that the word inclusiveness used here should be understood in experiential manner rather than just intellectually or just in talks. The biggest lesson that human beings can learn from the creation is inclusiveness, which I feel is still not learnt because what we see today around us, the pandemic, is nothing but an outcome of an exclusive human behavior. Also, inclusiveness is just seen in big talks, but the actual behavior is more exclusive, the result of which can be witnessed in different forms in society, like the big divide between rich and poor, hunger for power, the way businesses are run with only objective of profit, considering power and authority as truth rather than truth as authority. Also, most of the latest technologies are used in military growth rather than human welfare. There are very few small countries which don't have any formal military, and one can observe and experience the inclusive nature of people in these countries with humans as well as nature. Now, before I could explain the inclusiveness in creation, let's look at two important aspects of creation which plays a major role in our life and what can we learn from it. First is water. It is proved beyond doubt that water is the main substance required for life to exist, and we all know that large portion of earth and our body is occupied by water, which exists in all three states: solid, liquid and vapor. Also, it is proved scientifically that water is the most sensitive among all the substances, and because of its sensitivity towards life, it is seen that life exists where there is water. It is so much sensitive to life that it changes its molecular structure based on the treatment given to it. Second are plants. As human beings, we breathe in oxygen and give out carbon dioxide. And at the same time, trees and plants take in carbon dioxide and give out oxygen for their growth. Also, this basic survival process of breathing happens without conscious intervention by humans. Hence, as human being, the first and the foremost thing every human being should do is that water and plants, which are the basic for their existence, are at least included in their approach towards growth. A point to note that every life, in whichever form it exists, tries to maximize itself to its fullest in its lifespan. But at the same time, one should understand that every life is mortal and both life and death coexist. Another important point to note: if all the worms and insects do not exist on earth, we will find human beings will also not exist. But if human beings do not exist, nothing will happen to planet Earth. From this, at least one should understand the importance of creation and its inclusive growth. Now, with this background, let us look at few examples of creation depicting inclusiveness other than what is already discussed. Inclusiveness is exhibited by the intelligence available in the creation in various forms, like 1. The sludge and the filth along with water has the intelligence to help a lotus flower to bloom. 2. All that one consumes as food in whatever form becomes a part of oneself within some duration of time, because of basic intelligence and inclusive nature of creation. Also, the acquired food helps a person to grow in life. 3. A small seed with the inclusive behavior of soil and water grows into a huge plant or a tree. 4. Soil has the intelligence that it converts the waste dung into manure, which is used as fertilizer in farming. Like this, there are endless examples for one to observe and experience in life. The process of inclusiveness is of experiential importance, hence should not be understood at intellectual level but only by participating and experiencing it. It is only the human beings which has harmed the creation in various ways in its quest for self-expansion than any other life, and this is because of its exclusive behavior. Even though the creation has its inbuilt mechanism to restore itself, the rate at which human beings are harming the creation in multifold ways, it is difficult for the creation to restore itself without adopting to destructive methods. If human beings want to survive and maximize itself, it has to have inclusive approach with human beings as well as creation. Otherwise, what we observe around us, climate change, soil erosion, poor air quality, water pollution, and so on will increase. With this, I feel I have made the point to ponder. Now it is up to you how you want to behave with human beings and creation. Thanking you for your valuable time and with a promise to come back with some other topic. Till then, take care of yourself both physically and emotionally.